This is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Alright, sounds good to me.
Cleanup Man 85 resubbed for 4 months overnight and said, Penne Pasta Boys Unite. Oh boy. The Penne Pasta meme. It's nice and fresh and interesting, as we all know. So, yeah, the Penne Pasta meme.
Penne. Oh, penne pasta is great. I prefer penne because it's easier to eat. You gotta slurp it. It gets all over the sauce. When there's something to eat it properly. It's fun and delicious. You eat it easily.
Disgusting Belch subscribe to the channel. Thank you to Really Disgusting Raucous Belch. Okay, that one I kind of made up. Sorry about that, Disgusting Belch. It came out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting it. Okay, Frog with a party hat tipped me $1. So can I rejoin the stream? GTA 4 is one of my favorite games. I would like to interact with the chat. I apologize for being trollish. Well, Frog with a party hat, let's take a look and let's see why you were banned, right? Let's do this live. Since you've asked, I see no reason why we can't check. Let's take a look. Oops, I mistyped here. So Frog with a party hat was banned on the 15th after 4 timeouts. And let's see. He says that I have Alzheimer's. I sold Jasper into slavery.
Oink, oink, oink. I'm a pig. The pig with the hat. Oink, 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 oink. Oink, 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 oink.
Let's see here. What else did he say? Let's see, what else are insulting things? So let's see. Should I unban this guy? I mean, it seems very trustworthy, right? Seems to me like a guy who would say those kinds of things. There's no chance that he would possibly say those again. I mean, let's face it, he learned his lesson, right? He never in a million years would this guy come back in here and possibly say anything that would be, like, insulting or against the rules or try to start drama. You know, this guy obviously, it seems to me, he's learned his lesson. And if we let him in here, obviously he's going to become, immediately, he's going to become an upstanding citizen who's going to abide by all the rules, alright? And a major contributor to the conversations. You know, I think this is a home run. This is definitely the kind of person that I want to let back into my chat, simply because they sent me $1. I mean, let's face it, that $1 proves their maturity level is off the charts. No, you can't come back, asshole.
Why am I toxic? More toxic, more toxic.
You want to come back, make a new account, and don't tell anyone that it was you. And you know, start over fresh. Rimrep says, why do you call donations contributions? Because they're not donations. There's a distinct legal difference between a donation and a contribution. A donation is something that you do, that you would give without any kind of expectance of, like, profit to be gained. So, for example, if you donate to a charity, that charity is taking the money and or the goods that you donate and putting it towards, say, helping the homeless or feeding someone who's hungry, okay? What you give to me is a contribution or a tip, because this is considered taxable income by the United States government, and it's considered very different, all right? Obviously, if you're giving me money, it's for profit. It's for me to buy other things for the business. It's for me to buy food and put clothes on my own body. You know, that's what the money's for. And everyone knows that. Or to pay my bills, you know, pay all my back debt and bills or my taxes or whatever it may be. That's different than saying, oh, give this for charity. And a donation implies giving to charity, all right? That's why I call them contributions or tips, not donations. If other streamers call them donations, they could do that, but they're doing the wrong thing. Legally in the United States, well, if you were to contribute to any live streamer like this, it is not considered a donation whatsoever, okay? Overnight, we start off with Star Wars Pizza, who tipped me $1 and said, why did you get so mad that one time we were playing Battlefront 2 and the chat started talking about pizza? I have no idea. First of all, Battlefront 2 was, what, 2 years ago? I think? I don't even know. But I certainly could not tell you. This is what I mean. Like, people are like, what's your favorite of this? What was your favorite moment of that? What about this happened? I don't remember.
My brain's not what it used to be, guys. My Alzheimer's is kicking in, you know. I gotta go take my Metamucil later so I can, you know, I can make a bowel movement. So, you know, I'm getting old here. I can't remember things as well, so I apologize that I had a brain fart there.
I can't. You're trying to get me to remember a single moment in 11 years that every day I've been here streaming. I can't remember a time I got angry about pizza while playing Star Wars Battlefront 2. So, sorry. Thank you for the $1 tip, whoever this is, but I have no idea what the hell you're referencing, and I wish that I could tell you, it was because of this. I have no idea. I really have no concept of what you're talking about, okay? Alright, let us continue. Vash7342 did a 50-bit cheer and says, watch out with the Street Fighter tonight, because we all know it's Evil AJ 2010 who stream snipes you every time you play that game. He did it last week. He was the guy that keeps playing you in Super Turbo and some Third Strike games. I don't think he played me in Third Strike. At least if he did, it didn't say Rugal Bernstein. It was a different account. But I don't think he played me in Third Strike, did he? I wasn't even aware that the guy plays Third Strike. I know he plays Super Turbo. And honestly, actually I was enjoying playing him for a while because I was trying to learn the matchup. I was playing with Dalsim, and I'm not great with Dalsim. So I was trying to learn the matchups against him. And even though he was winning a lot, I was actually starting to learn. I was like, oh, okay, this is what you do here. This is what you do here. I was actually starting to learn the matchups to some extent, which was a good thing. But I agree, you get tired of it, right? You absolutely get tired of the same fucking guy every fucking match. Especially because the guy only plays with 3 characters and he's a button masher.
This shocks me.
He literally uses every online cheesy strategy to mash throws when it's not even timed well. He just walks forward and mashes buttons to try to get a throw in a lag. It's pretty stupid. Not to say that people don't do that in the real game too, just it doesn't work as effectively because there's no lag. So, it is what it is. If I play him a few times tonight, great, but you're right. If I end up playing the same guy all fucking night, like I said already on pre-stream, I don't know how viable it is for me to keep playing the collection because I don't want to play the same 2 people, the same or the same matchup. Like I said, every person I fought in Third Strike was a fucking Urian player. Like, dude, enough with Urian. I'll play anyone but Urian. Give me any other character but fucking Urian to fight, right? So, I guess we'll see.
Around the mid-2000s, I was a figurehead in the Street Fighter community on the East Coast. A lot of people trusted me to be an authority on games like Super Turbo. I ran major tournaments like the East Coast Championships, as well as many other smaller tournaments in the New York, Connecticut, New Jersey area. And became well known as a well-respected figure on the East Coast for about 3-4 years there.
Vincent cheered again. He says, why can't we have Catherine Full Body and Nino Kuni on direct capture? Catherine Full Body, I've explained a million times. I'll explain it again. Alright? I don't like Catherine, the gameplay. I like the story, and I liked the anime cutscenes. I hated the gameplay of Catherine. I despised it. I did not like the puzzles at all.
Like, to me, this game is work. To me, this is like, I have to really work my butt off to fucking succeed, and I don't want to do that. I want to have fun. This early on, this is not fun. This isn't fun. It's work. That's what they made it. The game is work. It's not fun, it's work.
That was like not my cup of tea. I struggled the entire time I played Catherine. I didn't like it whenever I had to do the gameplay. I was like, man, give me a cutscene, let me go to the diner, let me interact, let's see how the story fleshes out. But then we would go to the puzzles, I was like, I don't like the gameplay of it, you know? It's essentially, you're asking me to go back and play Street Fighter V for the 400th time when I told you guys I don't like it. Same thing with Catherine. I don't want to go back and torture myself with gameplay I know I don't enjoy, and I'd rather do other stuff. So the answer there is a no. I'm not going to be going back and playing Catherine, okay? Excuse me, that was the burp that I talked about earlier on pre-stream that was stuck in my chest. It finally came out. Oh my god, that was disgusting. I'm sorry, guys, but at least it came out. Oh my god. Oh, I actually feel relieved now. I do. Like, I feel like the gas has been free.
That's terrible. That's such a terrible thing.
Darth Tonius did a 59-bit cheer and said, did you ever play in Super Turbo tournaments? You're pretty good. Yes, I did. Essentially, I played in Street Fighter tournaments starting in the late 90s for games like Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2. And I really loved those games. And even though I was a top player in Marvel vs. Capcom 1, I really jumped into the competitive scene at the very end of the game's life cycle. So really, it was all about Marvel 2. I was good at the game, but I was never a top competitor. I would go to, like regional qualifiers, like East Coast Championships and the like. And I would do all right. I would usually make, like, top 20. But I would never really get past that. And it's a shame because I think Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is one of my favorite games of all time, but I just never got to the level where I could be a top performer. But I was a huge shit talker, that's for sure. Then, during that time period of the early 2000s, I realized I think I liked more straight-up fighting games than the more cartoony, action-based, you know, tagging and out, wave dashing kind of games that the Marvel series was. So I started playing games like Capcom vs. SNK 2, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, and Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Incidentally, I think Super Turbo was the one I liked the most, and that's the oldest game in the series. That's the original game that put Street Fighter on the map and made it the staple for competitive gaming. Fighting gaming, I should say. So, over the years, I played the shit out of it at every tournament I could get my hands on it, you know, on Arcade Cabinet. I played the various console versions of it, and then out of the blue, at EVO 2005, I don't even remember anymore. I think it was EVO 2005. I got 4th place.
Oh my god!
In the entire tournament. And the top 3 placers were Japanese. I beat all the American players that year at the game to basically become the top-ranked American that year. Of course, there was tons of controversy because that was the first year that EVO adopted console versions of games over arcade. Everyone complained that the console version of Super Turbo wasn't valid. It wasn't similar to the arcade. So then the next year, in 2006, I proceeded to win EVO East, which was the East Coast qualifier for EVO, in the latest version of Super Turbo, which was called Anniversary Edition. Then I traveled the country, going to every qualifier and winning all the qualifiers and or placing top 3 in every qualifier that I touched. So I pretty much proved that it wasn't a fluke in 2005, that I could hang at a top level no matter what version of the game I played, okay? Then, in 2007, I did it again. There was another new version of Super Turbo. This one was called Capcom Classics Collection 2 on the PlayStation 2. Blah 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 blah. And this version, again, I was placing. I won EVO East, and I was placing or winning at all the qualifiers all over the country. But then in 2007, I got burnt out. I basically said, man, I've been doing this basically as my hobby and my major focus of sinking money and time into it for like 8 or 9 years. And honestly, I didn't really feel like I was getting much out of it. At the same time, I was diagnosed with a major back injury, so I wasn't really able to travel as much anymore because my back was screwed up. And I said, I need to kind of reevaluate what I want to do as my life and my free time because I don't think that the Street Fighter thing's working out. So instead of traveling constantly for Street Fighter, I decided to start getting re-immersed into console games, and I did that for about 1.5 years, and then I started making YouTube videos in 2008, and the rest is history. So there's a brief summary of my history as a competitive fighting game player. A lot of people in the modern era don't like me for various reasons and literally try to hide the fact that I was good at fighting games. They'll say that every tournament I ever won, even though there's, like, not even kidding, probably like 30 or 40 tournaments that I placed well in or won in Super Turbo, they'll say, oh, none of those are valid. Oh, okay. 40 times, none of them are valid. You know, I can say, 1 or 2 times is a fluke. 5 to 10 times, all right, maybe you got lucky. 40 times, they're invalid. Okay, whatever you say.
I've got this aftertaste in my mouth. Ugh. That just... It's not going away. It's a lingering saltiness in my mouth that is just not very pleasant.
We just received, there's just a $1.30 tip from Americanized Frog, who said, you're such the American dude, know the American frog. He's an American frog. Yeah, an American frog.
Anything for this, right?
Shit, I can't type. Americanized Frog. He's the American frog. Oh, the American frog. He's coming to your town. He's sucking flies right down. He's the American frog. All right, thank you.
Cliffy Bureau did a 201-bit cheer. That makes Cliffy Bureau the top cheer of the day. He says, how much do you have to cheer to rub my face in that glorious goatee? That's disgusting. Oh my god. Ah! That is absolutely disgusting. And I don't want to ever hear that ever again, Cliffy Bureau, but thank you for the top cheer. For some reason, my hands feel sticky. I don't know why. Now, are you the guy Cheer said you're the guy and I'm watching your Twitch? Okay then. I'm gonna go... Oh, I know why. My PS3 controller, because I cleaned it this morning. Before I started streaming, it was very dirty because it's been sitting on the floor for a while. And I probably got shit all over my hands. I gotta go wash them. All I'm gonna do is run and wash my hands and then we're gonna get started. Okay.
All right. Now, wait a minute. The angry grandpa just tipped me $1 and said with all these donations, you finally have enough money to make Project 7 the movie. That's absolutely ludicrous. At $25 in tips, you realize that I spent, no lie, thousands of dollars making Project 7, right? It's true.
What an anomaly I fucking am. How many people have disappeared from YouTube or Twitch over the years that have been doing it as long as I have, and I've been able to keep doing it?
So it's the same idiot, so you know what? I don't want to waste my time. It's just a fucking waste of time. Playing the guy who's just gonna fucking stand there. This is the problem. I'm a troll, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stand still and not even push a button. You're so cool, dude. You're so cool. Alright, we'll play Third Strike Dead. I can't find anyone in Super Turbo right now. Pretty weird that in 2019 we still don't have an option for fighting games to make it so that if someone's doing stupid shit like that and not playing, that you could like, block them so you don't play them. You can't even do that. There's no option. So people could just sit there and troll you all night and you can never get a match in. Wow, that's really intelligent thinking there, Capcom. Oh wait, Capcom didn't even make this game. They paid another shitty third-party company to make it on their behalf because they're lazy.
Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. That I just can't help it. I eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.